All right, we're back for the last deck for a while. Since there's only one option, there's no need to make the same joke 3 times. We're playing Displacer combo. So what is this deck? It is a deck in Pioneer built around Eldrazi Displacer, a 3-mana white 3/3, although it's technically not white, but it costs white. And it has 2 and a colorless. Exile another target creature, then return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. So, in combination with the creatures that make Eldrazi Scion tokens that can be sacrificed to add a colorless mana, you can pair up Eldrazi Displacer with anything that reduces the activated ability by 2 to infinite blink your Eldrazi Scion makers. So, we have Training Grounds and Biomancer's Familiar as methods to reduce the cost of Eldrazi Displacer's ability to only a single mana. And from there, you can either blink Eyeless Watcher, which makes 2 Scions, meaning you will net 1 Scion with every interaction, so you make infinite tokens and infinite mana. Or you can Eldrazi Sky Spawner. Now, this doesn't actually do anything because you just blink the Sky Spawner, sack the token, blink the Sky Spawner, sack the token. So you then need a 4th card in addition to all of that, which means, so we have Prosperous Innkeeper, which would normally be fine in paper, but on Moto, it requires that, Moto we have to click over and over. We can't actually gain infinite life. We can only gain as much life as we can click for, and we're just going to run the clock out in that regard. So while this is somewhat useful, we can't actually go infinite with it. So instead, we're running, rather than more copies of this, we're running Sage's Road Denizen, 3 mana, 2/3. Whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield and your control target player mills 2. Oh, I have just realized a horrible mistake here. The Sky Spawner is technically not blue. I must replace this card. This was the only card that I can find that was in Bant colors in Pioneer that had some kind of trigger over and over besides Prosperous Innkeeper. Well, I'm glad I realized that now, so I'm going to fix that. Anyways, rest of the deck, a bunch of Mana Elves to go faster. Reality Chip, which also has the reconfigure cost reduced with Familiar and whatnot. There's a 1 mana artifact, yeah, but I don't want I know there's Altar of the Brood, but I want a creature so that I can tutor it. We have Duskwatch Recruiter also to get reduced, and then Coco and Cord to assemble all of this stuff in the first place. Also, 1 copy of Extraction Specialist, which can grab back a Biomancer's Familiar that was killed or something, and 2 Skyclave Apparitions so we can exile stuff. Also, the Eldrazi Displacer goes pretty well with cards like Extraction Specialist and Skyclave Apparition. And then my own little thing that I've always wanted to do is Containment Priest. So you might look at this deck and think, what the heck is Containment Priest doing in this deck? We're a Coco Cord deck. How in the world can we play Containment Priest? And you are correct that Containment Priest is a complete non-bow with all of this stuff. However, if you ever have Containment Priest and Eldrazi Displacer in play, Eldrazi Displacer reads 3 mana, exile a creature forever. Because Containment Priest says, if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. So Eldrazi Displacer plus Containment Priest equals 3 mana, exile a creature. That's not going to be good in every matchup, but it's going to be good in certain matchups like against, say, Nykthos Ramp. All right, so we're back. So we basically fixed this. So I cut 1 of the lands for Mana Confluence. Unlikely that we'll actually draw that exact land. So we have Witty Roastmaster as our kill condition. And we do have to Coco or Cord into it. And if we draw it, it's atrocious. But unfortunately, we're kind of strapped for options in terms of killing our opponent this way. So if you had a black source, you can play Corpse Knight. Yeah, but Corpse Knight is 2 off colors, whereas this is just 1 off color. There's also, I guess, Zulaport Cutthroat also works, right? Zulaport's legal, isn't it? Is Zulaport non-token? No, it's just creature, period. All right, never mind. I'm grabbing Zulaport. All right, so that should fix that. This is more cordable, I guess, because it's only 2. So there's going to be situations where we can cord for this and not Roastmaster. All right, have we solved it? I really wish there was a Bant-colored creature that worked with this, but there isn't. So that's going to be our kill condition. It is a 4-card combo, so, let's cross our fingers. Sideboard has Selfless Spirit to protect from sweepers or removal, Tomic for Nykthos and Lotus Field, Archon of Emeria for Nykthos and Lotus Field, and maybe Phoenix. Redain, again, for all the big spell decks. Skyclave Apparitions, 3 and 4 for anytime we need to interact. Then on the value side of the spectrum, we have 2 Sarah Paragons and Elishnorn in case this fragile as hell synergy just busts apart. We can get bigger, better payoffs. Skoos for graveyards. Deputy of Detention is another removal. 1 Night of Autumn. We've got Chulane, again, for the bigger, highly grindy matchups to just get more value. And then 1 Revoker. So that's what we're doing. let's jump into the Pioneer League with the very last deck we're playing in Pioneer. All right, we're on the play. Let's see if this is actually meaningful. Well, we've got 2 of the pieces of the combo that we need, and Coco to find the rest. All right, keep... Although I don't actually have colorless... No, I do have colorless mono with Eyeless, so shock this in, play an elf, and then over to them. Skrelv. So I'm guessing this is the Pia deck. So let's go Elf and Biomancer's Familiar. Over to them. Plaza of Heroes. Okay, never mind. Fable the Mirror Breaker on turn 2. Okay. Well, our opponent is cooking. All right, just pass with Coco up. Or I could just play this guy. No, let's just pass with Coco up. Discards Parhelion Island. Okay, so it's the 4-color Legends deck. Yeah. Dark Slick Shores. Attacks with a Shaman. Should I try to ambush this Shaman? I guess so, right? Yeah, let's try to ambush the Shaman. Coco. We bricked? Jesus. Okay. Thanks, Coco. All right, I'll just block this. I have another one. Hazaret. Oh, man. We bricked on Coco, so we're just going to lose now. We have 28 hits. What do I even do here? Play an elf, play Sky Spawner, pass the turn? I should just sell my Cocos, so I'm never tempted to ever put them in a deck again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even if we find Displacer next turn, I still can't even go off. Rona. Hazaret discards an Amber, and then they get to attack with Hazaret. Sure, no blocks. Go to 8. All right, well, I can eat Hazaret, at least. Oh, wait, no, I don't have a second white source. I can't eat Hazaret. All right, play this thing. I guess I just chump block Hazaret with Sky Spawner, so let's just pass here. Oh, no, I just chump with a Scion, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, that's enough. No, I'll just chump with Sky Spawner. There's no reason for me to attack them. Loot with Rona. Discards Rafine. Plays Amber to untap Rona. They have a Traxa? Like, what are they tapping for? Oh, just transform Rona. What does she do? Trample, whenever she deals damage to sources control, exile cards from their hand at random. So if she hits Biomancer's Familiar, then I'm just actually dead immediately. So I have to block with everything, and then I just lose the game anyway. So the only chance I have is chump block Hazaret, take 5, randomly exile Skyclave, and then I draw Eldrazi Displacer off the top. All right, chump block here. Actually, that doesn't even do it, right? Because then I can't win on the same turn. So they get to just untap and activate Hazaret twice. So I do have to block with some amount so that I only go to... Yeah, I have to block like this because I have to remain at least 5. All right, they exiled Skyclave. Oh, wait, they get to just cast it without paying for it? Oh, so we're just dead anyway. All right, yeah, whatever. Yeah, all right. Sideboard. Definitely want Skyclave. Deputy. Phyrexian Revoker. I don't think anything else, though. Oh, wait, no, I want Skoos so I can eat Greasefang stuff. And then what am I cutting? Innkeeper really doesn't matter here. I'm just take too much damage too fast. We're not really going to win a grinding game, so I can cut that. All right, one of these. I do need all of these cards. I can get rid of Duskwatch and the Reality Chip. Yeah, I think I just have to race them. Reality Chip's pretty good, though. I'll cut 1 cord. All right, submit. We only have 1 land and not even white, so mull this. All right, well, guess I'm keeping. Putting back Temple Garden. Yeah. Opponent mulls to 5. Play Breeding Pool tapped, go. And then it's going to be Lair and then Razor Verge. Concealed Courtyard. Back to... Oh, now we draw the Elf. All right, Elf. Back to them. Rona. All right, well, it's better to play Company than Displacer, so... Actually, it's better to Company right now to eat this before they can loot with it. Company... All right, Biomancers, and then another Biomancers, I guess. Over to them. Loots with Rona. Discards a land. Plays Amber. Loots with Rona. Discards a land. Plays Hazaret. Untaps with Rona again. Loots with Rona. Discards Fable. Plays another Amber, and now Hazaret can attack. All right, take 5 from Hazaret. So how much actual mana do I have on my turn? I go this one, Eldrazi Displacer. And then I have exactly enough to cord for Containment Priest, but not enough to actually activate right now. So I guess I just pass with cord open. All right, back to them. Loots with Rona. Dark Slick Shores in the graveyard. Plays Greasefang, although they don't have a vehicle yet. Loots with Rona. Oh, come on. And Containment Priest is creature only. It doesn't count graveyards. Or it doesn't count vehicles. Parhelion comes back. I have to chump Hazaret, and then I only have 1 colorless source. Parhelion. Swing, swing, triggers. So I absolutely have to chump block this, or I'm dead. And then I'm just dead to Hazoret next turn because they just activate it. So how do I not lose this? I can't just go grab Containment Priest because then I only have one colorless mana to use. So I have to Chord for Eyeless Watcher on my turn, which costs me 1, 2, 3, all the mana that I have. And then I make infinite, but I only make infinite colorless. Infinite tokens and infinite colorless, but then I just die to them because I don't get to attack them. Oh, I guess I can blink their stuff infinitely, but I still just lose to Hazoret because I'm going to 2 here. And there's no way that I can hold open Lair. I can't shock this Temple Garden in because I'm going to 2. Oh, wait, no, I can just blink Hazoret, right? Or I can just blink something. Activate, blink. Oh, I could have just blinked Parhelion. Oh, I'm stupid. All right, well, blink the Angel token. All right, well, that was very dumb of me. Okay, so Chord is the same whether I play this or not. So green, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But then I don't have any green mana to actually activate the layer. So I have to stop on their upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have to shock this in, right? 4, X is 3. Yeah, so shock this in. And then Chord, green, green, green. This one, this one, this one, this one. Done. X is 4. Go grab Eyeless Watcher. Trigger, yield. All right, sack, target this, sack, target this. We'll just keep doing that. Sack, 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 blink, 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 sack, 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 sack. So if I didn't need to block Hazoret there. I would have had 1 more mana, and then I could have just animated Lair to kill them. Yeah. All right, that's good enough. So let's pass over into their upkeep, and then blink everything. Blink, Rona. We're actually just still dead to Hazoret, right? Yeah. If they have another untapped land, or red source, or yeah, another untapped mana source. All right, let's see if we're dead. Oh, wait, no, if they have another untapped source, then they have to play that, so they don't have a second card to get rid of. Fatal Push on Eldrazi Displacer. Okay, so in response... Oh, it doesn't matter, because Greasefang gets Parhelion back. God damn it. Yeah, Greasefang just I guess I can... No, I can tap all their guys down, and then they can't crew it, right? Okay, so just tap all their guys down, and they can't crew Parhelion when it comes back. Man, the salt is just flowing out of me today, isn't it? Sure. Blink this, and then I need to make a lethal amount of Scions. So I should just sack all of these for mana, and then blink the hell out of it. All right, that should be enough, right? Hazoret puts us to 2, tap Hazoret down, Fatal Push resolves. And then Greasefang gets Parhelion back, but there's nothing to crew it. All right, go to combat. Swing, my mighty army. Just a normal day in the life of me. Screw up, get tilted, win anyway. So yeah, let's just keep this as is, or do I put Training Grounds back? No, I think I keep this as is. Maybe Chord's better than Coco. I'm not sure. Or maybe Revoker's just whatever. I'm not sure. Again, so Revoker names Rona primarily, but it can also name Mox Amber or Hazoret or Skrelv. I probably need to keep it. All right, let's run this. All right, we are on the draw. This hand is way too slow. I don't even necessarily have a third land to get to. Although, like, man, we've got Displacer, Sky Spawner, Familiar, and Chord to go grab the Zulaport Cutthroat. Like, it's pretty close. It has all the pieces. All right, I'm going to keep it. Keep, you'll draw land. That's not really the issue. The issue is it fast enough without a turn 1 elf? I can only play 1 spell a turn, and this hand needs to play a lot of spells. Seachrome Coast. All right, well, we drew a Llanowar Elves, so we're cooking. Plaza of Heroes. Rona. Okay, so what am I playing? If I play Sky Spawner, that gets me to 3 lands plus 3 creatures next turn. And then I can go Biomancer's Familiar, and then I have 1 land and 4 creatures. And then I can Chord for Zulaport and then untap and win the game, I think. Yeah, I can do that. So let's play Sky Spawner right now, and then back to them. So I have the win in 2 turns. I wonder if you could make room for Zerda. Yeah, I mean, but Zerda just does the same thing that Biomancer's Familiar does, but for 1 more mana. So why play that? They discarded Extinction Event. Thought sees us. Well, that's bad. That bricks everything. Although we have ways of getting out of it. Takes Eldrazi Displacer, of course, for copies 5 through 5, 6, etc. But we're already not even playing the full set of Training Grounds because there's not enough room for them all. So the only argument would be, well, you can Coco into Zerda, but not Training Grounds. So land. At this point, I can just Coco, and that's probably better than just running. Although I can also go I'm starved on blue mana for both of these, so I can go Biomancers, and then I can't play Reality Chip, but I can Chord for 2 and get Zulaport Cutthroat. I should just Coco. All right, so let's go to combat and just swing with these two. Swing here, swing here. Yeah, just pass with Coco open. Loots with Rona. Actually, should I have just Coco'd again? I have Skyclave Apparition, Mox Amber. If I just hit Skyclave Apparition, then I can exile stuff. All right, so Rona loots. Fable into the graveyard. Land. All right, they do not have the Grease Fang. Coco. End of turn. Well, it's only one creature, but it is Eldrazi Displacer. So back to us. So I'm 100% playing Biomancer's Familiar. So blue, green, play Biomancers. And then I have Coco for 2. So, or Chord for X's 2. So green, green, green. Tap this for 1. Tap this for 1. X is 2. Grab Zulaport. And then blink this, sacking this. Always yield here. All right, we won. On to round number 2. It is quite a lot to assemble, though. You basically have to assemble 3 or 4 different cards, all of which are creatures that can be killed by most removal. So it is quite the ask. We're on the draw for round 2. All right, Familiar Eldrazi Coco looks good to me. Obviously, it's slow, but, you know. Opponent reveals Yorion, so they're overwhelmingly likely to be on blue-white control, and if not that, on some kind of Fires build. Is this hand good against that? I guess maybe. Keep. What are they on? Fabled Passage. Okay, so it is Fires. Play this tapped, go. Fires or BTL, most likely Fires. Rogran Triumph. All right, play this. Play Biomancer's Familiar. Over to them. Another Rogran Triumph. Play Sylvan Caryatid. Yep, we can't Skyclave that. So just play Displacer and then go. All right, how badly are we getting hit right now? Omnath. No follow-up land, though? All right. I guess I just Skyclave the Omnath. Like, that has to be the safer bet, right? Eat Omnath. Play this tapped. Combat. Swing. Then back to them. Growth Spiral. They still bricked. So they're just bricking on lands. So let's try to Coco now, I guess. Let's see. What if I... So I Chord... I need to find Eyeless Watcher or... So I can find Eyeless Watcher with the mana that I have right now, but I can't win with it because I just make infinite colorless. So let's just pass with Chord open and then... Yeah, let's just pass with Chord open. And then on their end step, Chord for 4 and make infinite tokens. Growth Spiral again. Still bricked. All right, finds the another land finally. Plays another Sylvan Caryatid. All right, Chord, green, green, green. Chord for X is 4. Grabbing, where's Eyeless Watcher? There it is. Eyeless Watcher. Trigger. All right, sack, blink. All right, they've conceded. So it's versus Fires or BTL, one of those. I can revoke her on Caryatid. I also think, let's see, whether it's Fires or BTL, Archon's going to be good against them because they can't double spell. And then Skyclave is not so great against them, despite the fact that they have Omnath. Although, again, it depends. Like, are they on Enigmatic? They're probably just on BTL, right? I didn't see a single enchantment out of them that whole game. So it's got to be just BTL, which means Redain is good. Selfless Spirit to protect from their sweepers. And then, do I want to play, like, grindy cards? Probably not. I think the grindy cards are more for, like, Rakdos midrange and whatnot. Containment Priest Plan, bad here. Extraction Specialist is okay. Prosperous Innkeeper, definitely not worthwhile. Cut Training Grounds. One of the Skyclaves can go. I don't need 2. And then that just leaves these things. Let's get rid of... So, Extraction Specialist gets back this stuff. It's fine. Yeah, I can get rid of this, I guess. I feel like I'm going to want this at some point, but I don't know. I need to make room. 9, 16, 24, 29. Yeah, that's fine. Submit. Fires has Karuga Companion normally, right? Yeah, sometimes it has Yorion, though, but Sylvan Caryatid into Omnath with never showing me any enchantments tells me it's not Fires. Well, we have to mull this. If it was Fires, they would have been playing, like, Fable, Omen of the Sea, Chain to the Rocks, and I didn't see any of that. All right, this is fine. What am I tossing? Can't toss lands, can't toss Monodork, can't toss Chord. Duskwatch Recruiter is probably better in terms of, like, obviously Sky Spawner is a combo piece, but, All right, I'll toss the Sky Spawner. Sky Spawner is more replaceable. I'm more likely to draw copies of it. Sun Petal Grove from them. All right, we drew Displacer. Llanowar Elves go. Watery Grave. Shocked In. So they just have Leyline Binding, presumably. All right, let's play Displacer. Abrupt Decay, sure. Mountain. There's all the types. No, that's not all the types. Sun Petal Grove's not one of the types. Okay, Fable. Shock this in, just pass with Coco up. Fable Trigger. Discards Growth Spiral, but not the other card. So the only thing that ambushes this is basically Displacer. All right, yeah, it can just hit me. And then I'll do this on end step. Plays Rogren tapped. All right, Coco. Huh. So Skyclave eats... I definitely want Biomancer's Familiar. I can Skyclave to eat the Fable. I think I'm better off just grabbing combo pieces. So Biomancer, Zulaport. Then back to us. So I can Chord for Displacer here, and then Chord for Sky Spawner next turn, or Eyeless Watcher next turn. Or I can just play Dusk Watch and then spin it twice, but then I'm not guaranteed to hit what I want. So yeah, let's just pass with Chord open. Opponent cycles Ziatoras. All right. And if they try to fires, then I can just Chord for Archon instead. Shaman attacks, no blocks. Omnath, sure. Trigger. All right, Chord, X is 3, go grab Displacer. Back to me. All right, I think I just go for it now. So they have 2 mana open, which could be like Leyline Binding, but they haven't been binding anything all game so far. So let's just go for it. Green, green, this one. X is currently 2. I need X to be at least 3 or 4. X is 3. All right, so let's do that and then have 1 activation left open. Chord for 3. All right, they do have some kind of answer. Leyline Binding. I didn't board in Knight of Autumn, right? I didn't board in Knight or Deputy. Skyclave cannot get rid of Leyline. So I can what? Blink the token? What am I going to tutor? The Reality Chip might be nice. Or just go grab Archon, and then they're shut off from... So yeah, Leyline Binding hits the field. So the only question is, do I want to do this now just to get rid of this Shaman token? I guess so. Activate, kill the Shaman token. I can also just go grab another Displacer. Or Skyclave to eat Omnath, or Reflection. It's like, it depends so much on what they have. Let's just grab another Displacer. Pass to them. Valky on the front side. They take the other Biomancer Familiar, not Duskwatch. Leyline Binding again. Takes Displacer. Apparently I should have brought in Knight of Autumn. Or Deputy. Ooh. We're a little short. No, I can play Sky Spawner first, so I need blue. So blue, this one. Oh, I'm short on green. I either Chord now and grab Displacer and then I have no mana, or I cast Sky Spawner and then I have to tap the elf or land to do it, and then I only have 2 green creatures for Chord. Man. I guess I play Sky Spawner and then, yeah, Sky Spawner and then just pass back to them and try to go off next turn. All right, blue, this one, Sky Spawner, trigger, and then just pass. Combat. I probably have to block something. Scion blocks Valky, and we go to 1 or 2 rather. Would they have Bone Crusher in their deck? Maybe. I should just like not risk it and block here. All right, trigger Zulaport, and then we're at 4. Yorion to hand. All right, so Chord, green, green, this one, this one, this one. X is 3. Done. Huzzah! We have won against BTL. On to round number 3. So have you ever played Final Fantasy 16? No. I have seen gameplay of Final Fantasy 16. And, okay, let me rephrase. I've seen Final Fantasy 16 being played. I don't know that I absorbed the actual gameplay of it too much. I do know that the story is awful. 14? I think I've seen all of them. The only Final Fantasies I've ever played was 10, and I didn't make it very far. I played up to, like, basically, you get thrown into water, come up, and then you're, like, in an ancient civilization, and I was just bored by that. I had no idea what was going on. It was not investing me. And so I've never returned to any of the other Final Fantasy games. So, layer into Llanowar Elves. Opponent thinks we're on Nykthos. Nuh-uh. We are playing a far more spicy brew. Jetmir's Garden. Oh, our opponent revealed Karuga. Okay, so it's Karuga Fires. All right, Brushland Displacer. Over to the opponent. Watery Grave, tapped. That does give them all the colors they need for Leyline Binding. So Botanical Sanctum, combat, swing with Displacer, damage, and then back to them holding Coco up. I assume if they had Leyline Binding, they would have used it there, so I guess they don't have it. Otawara, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, sure. All right, so Coco what do we hit? 2 Displacers. Very well. 2 Displacers and 4 lands. Training Grounds? Wowee. All right. Training Grounds. And just kill that. We're so susceptible to a sweeper here if I play Sky Spawner. But if they sweep the board here, I'm just super dead anyway. So play Sky Spawner. Trigger. Go to combat. Attack with 9 power of Displacers. Fable triggers and discards. I wonder if there's a more Eldrazi route to go with this deck, like with Thought-Knot Seer and whatnot. Like, I wonder if rather than building a combo version of the deck, you could build like a value version of the deck, where you just blink ETB triggers over and over for real cheap. Discards Temp Lockdown and Elishnorn. Stomping Ground. 4 mana for Fires. Enigmatic Incarnation. All right, so end of turn, they'll Enigmatic for something. Enigmatic trigger. Resolves. Sack Fires. Grabs Massacre Girl. And that just kills everything, right? Yeah. No, it actually doesn't quite. So I sack this, and then the trigger resolves, kills these 2, triggers twice more, right? So then that resolves, and then I blink one of my Displacers. Oh no, that doesn't work either, because then these 2 die and then this dies. Yeah, never mind. All right, well, we're dead. Skyclave Apparition. I can Skyclave their Enigmatic, then this flips over, and they have 4/4 Reflection plus... I guess they're at 6, right? So if I pay 2 mana to animate the Hydra, it becomes a 1/1. And then I can pay 2, 3, 4, and it's a 3. So then, yeah, so it doesn't matter. So I can just animate Lair, and then they trade with Massacre Girl. So I guess I just exile Enigmatic. So white, play Skyclave, eating Enigmatic, and then just pass back to them. I remember a few years ago, I was at a big event and they had us take our seats for reading the whole start of the tournament stuff. I was chatting with the guy across from me thinking that he wouldn't be my round up 1 opponent. I started talking mad trash about Dredge. My opponent politely nodded along. Then, surprise, you're already facing your round 1 opponent. So he goes first, and his first turn play was Mountain into Shriekhorn. Clever Impersonator eating... Oh, just copying Reflection. Pretty sure we're losing this extremely hard. I mean, like, we could recover if we, like, string Cocos together or something, but yeah. All right, so if I make Lair of the Hydra into a 5/5, they can just double block it, and then what am I doing? Then they just make a bajillion copies of Reflection, right? All right, so animate Lair, green, this one. So this is 5, or I animate this, and then I go 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so just animate it with everything. Wait, X is 4? Did I miscount? I guess I did miscount. Yeah, I'm not winning this. I'm technically not have lost the game yet, so just pass it back to them. And then they can go end of turn, do the whole Reflections copy each other thing. Back to us. Oh yeah, okay, we're dead. Concede. So Fires. I want Deputy, Knight of Autumn. Phyrexian Revoker doesn't do anything really. What else? Archon stops Fires double cast, but only really for 1 turn, and then Enigmatic doesn't care about that either. So I want Skyclave to eat all their stuff. I want Norn to shut off ETBs. What? The only one is like Massacre Girl. I guess they also have Leyline Binding. Okay, yeah. So Norn, Redain for sure. They have Sweeper. They're gonna have Sweepers, so we want Selfless Spirit. And then do I just play like mad value stuff like Chulane and Sarah Paragon? I guess so, right? Cutting. Let's see. If I'm going to be bringing in all of this, that's still enough Coco hits, right? These ones are Coco hits. So I don't need probably to be as much in on this combo. Containment Priest is also probably not very good. Although Containment Priest kills Reflection, right? You don't cast the Fable, right? It just flips over. Exile this and return it, yeah. So it actually does stop Reflection. Dusk Watch is super mana intensive. This can go Extraction Specialist. I really like Extraction Specialist here. I have to cut so much, though. Go down on this. Just, like, go down on a bunch of stuff. Training Grounds. Yeah, maybe I don't need as many of these. All right. I probably should have them, though. So that's Coco count at 5, 13, 18, 25, 26, 8, 13, 21, 26. No. Yeah, 26. That's too low. So let's just cut a Coco. All right. Submit. This hand is really not very good. So let's mull this. All right. This is way better. Keep this hand and bin one of the Razor Verge Thickets, or just one of the Elves. The Elf doesn't even curve, right? So just, yeah, bin one of the Elves. So Razor Verge, Elf, over to them. Ketria Triome. All right, Razor Verge, Eldrazi Displacer, back over to them. Takes damage. How? Oh, wait, what? Oh, the Shockland. Okay. Bone Crushes our guy. That's very annoying. All right. Combat, swing with Displacer. Back to us. All right. Shock this in. Let's go to combat. Swing with Displacer. Play Eyeless. Fourth land into Fires. Into Enigmatic. And then they can grab Massacre Girl again. Although this time it doesn't kill everything. It just kills just Eyeless Watcher. I feel like there's something to this deck, and then I just don't have it built properly. All right, trigger, eats Fires, and grabs. Are there other builds online? Not as far as I'm aware. Grabs Norn. So we have no ETB triggers. Can we actually just not even win with Norn out? Wow, we just drew Biomancer's Familiar as well. Yeah, I can't win with Norn out, right? Anything that I would have that would deal with her is an ETB trigger. Yeah, we're just dead. All right. Like, I can blink Norn, but there's no intermediate point where that matters. I guess I can blink Norn and then just keep attacking. Oh, wait. Oh, I boarded out Containment Priest, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. I guess I have one card that can kill it. All right. Well, play Biomancer's Familiar. Play Shocking this in, and then... Oh, I actually didn't need to shock that in. Whatever. Blink Norn. Combat. Swing with the team. Is it worth replacing one of the Scions for Extraction? Nah, it's not. Yeah, so we can just blink Norn and then keep attacking, as long as whatever they're going to play now doesn't murder us. Zagoth Triumph, and then taps for Touch the Spirit Realm, normal cast, all right. Double triggers because of Norn, and so they get to exile two different things, targeting Displacer and Biomancer's Familiar, so I have to do this now because the Displacer will go away, so sack this, blink Norn, and then sack this one, and blink Familiar. And then that resolves and eats Eldrazi Displacer. And we get 3 more damage in. And then they get to eat Touch the Spirit Realm if they want to. And they did not. All right, back to us. Combat. Swing with these guys. I guess play an Extraction Specialist that doesn't do anything. Pass to them. White, blue, black. Touch the Spirit Realm again, eating another 2 guys. Yep, and swings with Norn. So the only way out is what? Draw another Displacer and blink Norn and attack them? Enigmatic. Eats the Touch the Spirit Realm, putting Displacer back into play, and then they're copying Touch the Spirit Realm again to eat both of the remaining guys that we have. Yep. Night of Autumn, which doesn't trigger. All right, that's it. On to round number 4. On the play for round 4, and we have an okay hand. Gets a lot better if we draw lands, obviously, so I will keep. We are close to being a good hand here. All right, so Yavimaya Coast and pass. I also have like Biomancer into Reality Chip as well, so that's something. Island and passing the turn. Hopefully it's not Spirits. So blue, green, we have to hurt ourselves to play this. Back to them. Darker Waste. Is it Darker Wastes in Spirit? All right, okay, yeah, it's Spirits. Ooh, woo. I want to get stuff out now. I probably just want to play Displacer right now, right? Displacer, go. This hand is just 1 getting through a counter spell into winning the game. I can also delightfully blink all of their creatures. Where's Ocean Rain when you need him? We're about to wreck Spirits with Displacer, hopefully. Another land, so we can play Coco or other things. So, shock this in. I guess I'm just going to cast Coco, right? So, if I attack here and they play like, what, Spell Queller, that's fine. All right, go to combat. They'd have to have like multiple spirits and I can just blink them. Swing with Eldrazi Displacer. No blocks. Take 3. Yeah, just pass with Coco up. Or I can cord for 2. But either way, probably Coco. All right, try to Coco. Coco. What are you countering it with? Spell Queller. Okay, so if I blink this, what happens? It flickers immediately, doesn't have a spell to target, and then the Coco returns, right? So flicker this, and then the ETB exile a spell thing has to have a target, which it doesn't, so it fizzles, and then the cast the spell for free one resolves as well. And it doesn't matter how you stack it. Cast the Coco. Another Displacer and Duskwatch. All right, let's get Sky Spawner onto the board, right? Or just Reality Chip and equip it. So good. So good. Or I can cast Cord. All right, so Sky Spawner. They only have 1 mana up, right? So they don't probably have any... Yeah, they probably don't have anything, right? Oh, but if I play Sky Spawner right now, I don't have the green creatures for Cord. So, In that case, let's just Reality Chip, I guess? Reality Chip. Equip for free to a thing. to this one. Or not for free, but for a 1 mana. Equip or reconfigure. Have I played a land this turn? No, I haven't. All right. Oh, there's a Coco on top. And I can still blink stuff. All right, combat. Swing. So this has to target, right? When it enters the battlefield, exile target spell with mana value 4 or less. Yeah, so if the next spell they cast, I can flicker their own spell queller to counter it. Flicker spell queller. And they have to target it because it's mandatory. Huzzah! Oh man, this may be the greatest game we've ever played. And literally any spell they cast when I have open mana, I can just switch the spell queller around to kill it. Duskwatch recruit. Oh yeah, this thing flips over, right? Okay, flip over Duskwatch. Cord on top. I can just keep attacking them, right? Yeah. So combat or just play Sky Spawner. I can just play Cord for the win here. Let's see. I have to core. It costs me a lot to do it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I have 2 mana left over. So I should just pass into their upkeep and then do it. I can just Cord for Watcher. I guess that actually doesn't win the game, but that basically wins the game. All right. I'm just going to pass and then do it on their turn. So I'll stop in their upkeep. No attacks. Go ahead. Can't you Cord for Cutthroat? Yeah, I can, but I can also just Cord for Eyeless Watcher right now. It's the same either way. Green, green, colorless, colorless, green. X is 2, X is 3, X is 4. Cast Cord off the top of my deck. It is unquellerable. You're my favorite Magic YouTuber? Thank you. You know what the awesome thing is? If they have a counter spell, we can just queller it to counter it. All right, grab Eyeless Watcher. Trigger. Yield to this. And then sack, sack, blink, blink. Make more Scions. Blink, 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 blink. All right, I think that's enough Scions. All right, you can draw. Combat. Yeah, that's fine. You can attack me. Sure. Yeah, I'll take 3. All right, end step. Blinking time. Make a bajillion Scions. All right, they are conceding to that. So versus Spirits, I would like Deputy of Detention. I would like Skyclave. And I'm pretty sure that is it. How good is Norn against them? Queller doesn't trigger. Mausoleum doesn't trigger. Rattlechains doesn't trigger. But none of that matters that much. Yeah, it's probably whatever. Sarah Paragon is just a blocker, I guess. Like, it's a decent enough blocker. All right, so what is bad? Innkeeper, Extraction Specialist, because all their stuff exiles or just flies over us. Duskwatch, we're never going to have enough time to actually activate that. Yeah, that's probably fine. Let's run that. Queller, your own spell is the magic version of Stop Hitting Yourself. Oh my god, look at that hand. We don't have blue, though. But other than that, keep. Mistgate Pathway into a Mausoleum Wanderer. Well, there's the blue. So, play Elvish Mystic. Proceed. Well, there's the bullshit. So, this happens. And then if they just have Geistlight Snare, that's a problem. All right, land. I guess I'm going to try to jam this into that. I guess what? I could jam Sky Spawner, and then Sky Spawner can block it. Nah, what? Let's just do this. If they have it, they have it. Never didn't have it. They need to make a magic spell, never didn't have it. And it's a counter spell that's 1 mana, and it says, when your opponent casts a spell that they need to not lose the game, you can tutor your life. Oh, double Curious Obsession, even more bullshit. All right. So we can't even block it with Sky Spawner now, profitably. Okay, over to us. Coco it is. Coco just gets countered by this, but then they sack it. So I guess they just have to not have a counter spell here again. All right. Try to Coco. I get I can do it in their turn, but whatever. If this fails, I'm just conceding. Sack it to get rid of Coco. All right. At least that is gone. Flashes in Spectral Sailor. Another land. Shocked-in. Oh, come on. Really? We just did this. We're doing this again? And now they have Spell Queller mana up? No. Invasion of Gobakon. So they can take our Sky Spawner, although I actually can cast it from under the invasion. All right, let's cast it. Sky Spawner. All right. So back to them. Lord equals we can't block. Shacklegeist also equals we can't block. So they do have to attack in order to not lose it, although they could just animate Mutavault. All right, going into combat. Okay, block. Slip out the back on the Sailor, which means it is bigger next turn, right? Yeah. All right, plays Shacklegeist. Also, we can't even block it next turn. All right, we need to drop pretty well here. Chord of Calling. Chord for 3 equals Eldrazi Displacer, but I can't activate it, but at least it gets onto the field. So, and then I can still make them have to tap this. All right, so Chord, green, colorless, green, green, 2, 3, done. Go grab Displacer, and then play this and pass. Then that comes back, and it's a 3-3, and they can tap it. They can also flip... Oh, well, all right. I will block one of them, at least. Are they both attacking Okay, they're attacking me, not their invasion. I'm surprised they're not attacking their invasion. All right, trigger to draw. So if I use Eldrazi Displacer, they can fizzle it with Rattle Chains. So I should try to do it in upkeep, I guess. Ooh, familiar. What a good draw that was. All right, so green, blue, Biomancer. They can animate Mutavault or Flash and Spell Queller, neither of which is actually good enough to stop this Displacer from attacking them. So let's just attack, and then I have triple Exile up, or I can just cast Eyeless Watcher, but then I go down to only 1 Exile up. Although if it's Spell Queller to counter, I get rid of it, but if it's a regular counter spell, then I don't get rid of it. Then this just gets countered, and then I only have 1 activation. Yeah, all right, let's just go to combat and attack with Displacer only, and then I will stop on upkeep. Over to them. All right, upkeep, get rid of you. Bamf, blink. Opponent, flashes in Rattle Chains. Blink, sir. I command you to blink. It has to blinked. All right, well, I'm just gonna blink you again. Blink. All 4 Curious Obsessions down. Behold, and for this day was remembered forever and forever after. Land. 1 mana to blink your guys is super good. 3 mana to equip Reality Chip is also going to be super good. Although I am getting beaten down pretty hard here. All right, Mutavault. Let's tank 2 down to 6. All right, they only have 1 card. Could it be a counterspell? And if it is a counterspell, it has to be... So it can be Lofty Denial at the most, which means pay 4, which means I am short of being able to actually use Eyeless Watcher. But if I don't shock this in and it's Geistlight Snare, all right, so I have to shock this in. And then we go this one, this one, this one, this one. Cast Eyeless Watcher. Does it resolve? It does. All right, sack the tokens. Blink, trigger. Ah, yes. Make so much mana and tokens. Blink, blink, blink. I'm gonna keep doing this till I have a lot of tokens and I can just like blink all their stuff in response to anything. Make more tokens. Yes, my lord. Mausoleum Wanderer. Sure. Resolve the ability. Blink, 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 blink. We must construct additional tokens. Sack all of them. Blink, 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 blink. I guess if I didn't tap Lair of the Hydra, I could have just won right now. But, you know, this is also gonna win. Cast the Reality Chip. The top is Eldrazi Sky Spawner, sir. I can't play it even if I can reconfigure the chip. So, blink. All right, go ahead. I'll just win next turn. All right, sack 4 of these. Tap all your guys. Tap this one. We have won the match. Be dead, spirits. On to round number 5. We are on the draw for the 5th and final round. All right, we got the combo pieces in cord to find the last one. Keep. Ooh, humans? All right, humans. Ooh, turn 1 elf. All right, Yavimaya Coast, elf. Back to them. Plays Luminarch Aspirant. Haven't seen that one in a while. Puts it on the Hopeful. No blocks. All right, well, let's just go Biomancer and then another elf. Back over to them. Man, Eldrazi Displacer is so good against aggro decks. It's crazy how good it is. Another Luminarch Aspirant. I do have to spend all my mana to get Displacer this turn, though. So 2 counters there. They train this dude. It gets another counter, and we take 6 and go to 10. All right. Another Hopeful Initiate. So the only thing is, can I survive long enough for this to matter? I have to be able to chord for Displacer. So chord for Displacer doesn't leave me enough room, right? Let's say they spread all the power around, right? So 3, 3, 3, 2, and animate Mutavault, right? So that's 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, whatever. And I only have 1 blocker, right? I guess I can technically block with block with the 2 elves and then chord, but then I don't have enough mana to actually do anything. So the alternative is I do what? I go Elvish Mystics, play Eyeless Watcher right now, make 2 Scions. The 2 Scions block, and then next turn I have enough to... No, then I'm still short, because then I'll have Eyeless. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... No, then I have exactly enough to go off. All right, so let's play Eyeless Watcher. Trigger, and then back to them. So assuming they don't have Brutal Cathar or something, then this is exactly enough to chord next turn. Double triggers on the Aspirants. They're not attacking with Mutavault. All right, so Training triggers on both. So block here and then take 7 and go to 3. All right, we're at 3. They are not doing anything. All right. Ooh. So chord 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have multiple colorless open. All right. Green, green. Tap for colorless. Tap for colorless. Tap for green. Tap this. And go grab Displacer. I was gone for a few minutes. Did we bait spirits? Yes. We destroyed all 4 of their Curious Obsessions. Chord X is 3. What in the world do they have? They have Fateful Absence? They're main decking Fateful Absence in humans? Really? Really? Okay. So we lose now. Oh, what the hell do I even get? I have to be able to block 5 creatures. I can Extraction Specialist and get the Biomancer back and then cast... Shock this. No, I can't cast this because this costs me life on the Confluence. Then oh no, I can. Because I can sack the Scion. So I go Extraction Specialist, get this back, sack Scion, pay 1 life here, go to 2, play Sky Spawner, and then I have 4 blockers, and then they just plow into me. I have to chump everything. Oh no, I have 5 attackers, so then I die. So I can grab Displacer, and then I can blink 1 thing. I guess I can blink this and make 2 blockers, and then, man, there's just like no way to do it, right? I guess I'll try. I didn't think that could fail. I was like, what's in humans? Ossification, Brutal Cathar, like, All right, grab this. So play this tapped, and then go. And then I go, all of this, blink here, I have 3 blockers, I'm still dead though. I guess I just see what they do. I assume they just attack with everything, and then I'm still dead. Activate Mutavault, yeah. In order to do this, I have to take 1. So then I only have 3 blocks, which is like here, here, and here, and then I'm dead. Yeah, all right. So Skyclave, Deputy. I guess maybe they're not playing Ossification. I don't even know. So just the removal guys. And then cut Duskwatch, too slow. Prosperous Innkeeper is okay. No, Prosperous Innkeeper is good. Containment Priest is fine. So then I just cut, what, Training Grant? Nah, I need that. I don't need it that much, though. Extraction Specialist seems kind of bad. Throw that away. I do like me the Reality Chip, though, but it might just not matter in this matchup. All right, let's throw the Reality Chip out and then run this. All right, looks good. Keep. Although we are taking painful amounts of land damage here. Back to the opponent. Plains. Portable Hole, sure. All right, land, elf, back to them. Another Portable Hole, and now if we don't draw lands, we're bricked. And we're bricked. Wedding Announcement. All right. Please draw lands. All right. Land and Eldrazi Sky Spawner is the only thing I can play. So Eldrazi Sky Spawner and then back to them. And then I can chord for 2. Or I can just cast Coco with the Scion. Yeah, all right. Take that. Opponent plays another Wedding Announcement. What in the world? Triple Coco. Alrighty then. Well, pass with Coco up. I guess, like, what is the alternative? I chord for... I'm missing, like, multiple pieces to actually be able to win, right? So... chord for Biomancer, then chord for Eldrazi Displacer, but then I'm still short of being able to combo. So yeah, let's just Coco. Animates Mutavault. Plays Thalia's Lieutenant. Yeah. All right, sack this. Green, eat. Coco. We hit 1 elf, so we just lose now. We take a lot. 9, right? And then we go to 6, and then the Wedding Announcement flips, so we're dead on the next attack. I guess I can maybe... Oh, come on. On the last freaking Portable Hole, I was thinking I could, like, chord for Deputy and eat all the tokens, but can't even do that. So, yeah, I got a Coco into a Deputy is the only way out of this. All right, back to them. I've got a Coco into Deputy to eat all the tokens and another creature and then block. You've got to be kidding me. All right, I have to do it now then so that they don't enter tapped. Coco. Well, that's not enough, right? I eat... Thalia's Lieutenant and the Eldrazi Displacer can't even block anything without trading with it. So I go Skyclave, Eldrazi. Targets, so any order, targets this one. I guess I can target the Wedding Announcement that's flipped, right? And then it's reduced damage from everything. Then these are all 2s. So what's the difference? I hit this one, they animate Mutavault and attack, and then these are all 3, and I have to block all 3 of them, and then all of my guys die. Or I eat this one, they attack with 5 creatures. I block here, here, and here and still take lethal, right? This animates and it's a 3/3. These are all 2/2s, and this is a 3/3. So block 3, block 3, block 2. I go to 1. All right, so I guess eat this. All right, Thalia enters. Trigger, that grows. But at least this way my Displacer lives. How do you have more stuff? You've got to be kidding me. Absolutely insane. Just insane. All right, I'm forced to block, and then it doesn't matter. Everything that I can enter the battlefield with. Yeah, all right, we lose. I can't even cast Coco because this pings me. All right. Well, aside from that last bunch of bullshit, this deck was pretty fun. 3 and 2. So for a first draft, I think it did pretty well. We only played Training Grounds like one time, so I think I never actually got to do the Containment Priest thing. Prosperous Innkeeper never came up. Duskwatch never came up. Reality Chip did come up, though. Extraction Specialist never came up. So I feel like probably all of these 4 cards could just go. Maybe the Training Grounds can go as well, since there's no way of like finding it. You just have to randomly draw it, or as opposed to like all of these things are just creatures that you can find. So maybe this should just be like Zerda, or just not here at all. And then, yeah, just maybe like more all in on the combo. So just playing more things that either find it or like ramp you into it. And obviously maybe like the mana base could use some tweaking. You have to play a certain amount of pain lands in order so that you have the colorless activation for a Displacer when you don't have Scion tokens in play. Layer would have been relevant in one of the games, and I just didn't do it. So Layer matters. And then it's possible that Mana Confluence is just pointless because you basically just need to tutor this. Not sure. And obviously like the sideboard, like there could be a lot of tweaking done here. But I think for a first draft, this was pretty good. But anyways, that is the last deck in the Pioneer. We've finished every Modern and Pioneer deck. Well, not all of them. I didn't play some of them that were either redundant or just wouldn't be fun at all. But basically, we are wrapped.